Welcome to the Logan County Athletics Show, your all-access pass to everything happening in Logan County Athletics. Hosted by Coach Adler and Coach Frick, we're bringing you weekly rundowns, game updates, scores, and exclusive interviews with the players and coaches that make it all happen. From the field to the court and everything in between. If it's Logan County Athletics, we've got it covered. Don't miss the action. Let's get to it.
Coach Frick, episode 3, Logan County Athletics Podcast. What do you think so far?
And it's been an awesome ride so far. I know you and I both have received a lot of good feedback on our first 2 episodes. And I know you and I both have just kind of been bouncing some ideas off of each other about the future and what, how big that we can make this. But I tell you, I've learned a lot just talking to the head coaches and getting to listen to the athletes. It's been pretty cool experience so far, and I'm excited about today's episode as well.
Yeah, for sure. And now we've got a full week of fall sports under our belts as practices and activities is kind of cranked up, and our golf team starts today on the course, so kind of get our first official contest of fall, so to say. But it's been a fun few episodes so far, and kind of looking forward to it going forward, talking to different coaches and players and getting ideas and different things from different people about it and what they want to hear about. So looking forward to it. Fall sports is getting going. It was kind of chaos on campus this week as they were doing some paving and doing some retiling at the school. So, kind of had to change some things around and different concepts there. But, our players and coaches and even our parents, as far as drop-offs and pickups, were a big help during that process for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And, you talk about flexibility. That's important to have, to be flexible. And like you said, our parents, our players, our coaches, we're all flexible this week. I think campus is starting to look a lot better, a lot cleaner, especially out in the parking lot. I noticed this afternoon that a lot of the construction equipment was gone. They've done some paving. They painted some parking spot lines and different things. So, things are starting to get ramped up. Things are starting to get cleaned up. I know you and several others have been out mowing the grass, getting the fields ready, and everything's starting to look really great around campus. And I don't know. I'm ready for school to start. I know you guys hosted a 7-on-7 this week. Tell us how that went.
Yeah, we hosted 5 other teams last Tuesday. And it's just for work. We don't keep score. It's kind of just work in progress. 23-minute games, and we played everybody that was there. 3 of those opponents that came down and threw against us are kind of on our schedule. So looking forward to kind of building what is to come, so to say, in the season. Right. And, guys did a really good job. We got to go to Greenwood Thursday night and throw in a tournament and, went 3-0 in pool play and kind of got hit by a storm and canceled the tournament part of the 7-on-7. But our 7-on-7 has kind of come to an end, so to say. And, we get to put on the shoulder pads this week. And, hey, we're 3 weeks away from school starting and a scrimmage. So it'll be here before you know it. And other teams will start scrimmaging and picking up the pace here for too much longer as we get closer to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you kind of hit on it a little bit, but weather's kind of been a big story for us, especially this past week. Just brutally hot during the day. We're getting thunderstorms and stuff popping up in the afternoons, and that's affecting some things. I know some people I was talking to at church today, like their basement, flooded over the weekend with those 2 different monsoons that we had roll through. And it sounds like this week is going to be just as hot or even hotter with some, heat index getting up. So weather is something we're definitely keeping an eye on, and our coaches are well equipped to handle those things and prepare for weather when it happens. It's just one of those things that we can't control, unfortunately. But one thing's for sure, it's been hot. We've had a lot of rain, but it's not dampening the spirits of our athletes and coaches as they get ready for their seasons to kick off.
Yeah, I think all sports are hot and heavy into what they're trying to get accomplished. Like I said, we're going to talk cross country and golf here shortly. I think our cheerleading team, they spent some time at WKU at camp this past weekend. Our middle school volleyballs are kind of getting ready for scrimmages starting up next weekend. So it's going. And like I said, it's going to be an exciting fall, a busy fall for all of us on an administration side and fans and students. But with campus cleaning up and getting a lot nicer, like I'm kind of looking forward to a busy fall night that has a lot of parking and a lot of availability that we don't have to walk around or work around. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. But we're going to dig into a commercial break here. When we come back, we'll bring in our new head cross country coach, Cy Head, and we'll hear from Casey Slaughter. We'll be right back.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
Casey, welcome in, bud. What's going on?
Nothing much. Just got home from church.
I heard that. Coach Ed, he's trying to get logged back in here. Want to dig in and talk to you a little bit about cross country and maybe what's going on in the cross country world. We've seen a lot of big changes on the course, so to say. And there's Coach Ed. We'll see if he can get in here with us. But a lot of big changes on the course, and it's been hot. So tell us how your first full week of practice went, Casey.
It's been really good. Coach really brought us back to the basics on how to run and, when to rest and when not to. Heat, you're talking about heat and all that. If you eat properly, if you drink properly, it's just a mindset. Like, it's just pain, in my opinion. But pain makes us stronger. And, Coach Head seems pretty awesome. Seems like he's doing his job really well.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great. Yeah. So, we're end of July. We're still probably, 2 or 3, 4 weeks away from maybe the first cross-country meet. So what does a week look like for a cross-country runner? Like, what are you guys involved in right now getting prepared for the upcoming season?
So right now he's talking to us about a lot of, getting a lot of our nutrients, making sure we're drinking enough water, eating enough. He told us go home, drink and eat like we're just absolute monsters. You got to have a lot of carbs, enough energy, go home, rest a lot. You got to put in the work at practice, but you also have to rest. Rest is equally, if not more important than the actual practice itself. We practice 3 times a week, but you should run. All of our runners run about 6 days a week, and at practice it's usually harder than when you're by yourself, but that's just because Coach Head's doing his job.
Yeah, for sure. What do you how many kids, Casey, or how many student athletes, I guess, have made it out to practice with you? I know Coach Head seems very excited about your potential and the team's potential this year. What have you seen so far with a week under your belt and kind of compared to the other previous 3 years?
So, I'm really pumped for this year because, of course, it's my senior year, but also have 2 of my good buddies running with me, Cole Christmas and Jack Blanton. They're really good runners. They ran track. Jack's an awesome runner. He's a sophomore. He's running about as fast as me. I still have a few seconds on him, but you know how it is. But Cole Christmas, he's also an awesome runner. He's never ran a 5K, so I'm really excited to see what he can go out there and do. But there's about 5 high schoolers that are on the team right now. That's a full team. Last year at regionals, we didn't even have a full team. I think we had 2 high schoolers just to compete, and neither of us made it to state, unfortunately. But I think we have a really good chance of making it to state this year. And the team looks really promising. We already have a really strong middle school team, and I think with Coach Head, it'll just grow even stronger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think so.
Casey, individually, like, what's your fastest 5K time, and then maybe what's that number that you're trying to reach this season?
My fastest 5K time's about 19:10, 19:15, something around that area. It's
Right.
not really competitive at this point in my life. I really want it to be in the 18s, 17s, 16s if I can this year. But I also haven't had a lot of consistent training with I had an injury where I broke my leg, and then I had couple months ago I had mono, I had to sit out for about 6 months. It really took me down. But at the end of the season I wanna be at least in the 17 minutes, and I wanna make it to state with Jack and Cole and the rest of our team.
Yeah, yeah. I know Coach Head and his dad have been working really, really hard on the course. You know, we haven't been able to host a cross country meet in, man, I'm going to say 10 plus years, like an official big time cross country meet. So I know that's something that he's kind of priding himself on, and him and his dad have been working extremely hard on that course. And I know he's even trying to get us to host region, which would be really, really awesome. Kind of what's your thought process on that? Hey, being your senior year and may even get to host a regional cross country meet.
I think it's gonna be awesome, especially for my senior year. It's gonna be something real special. They've been working really hard on the cross country course here recently. You know, they're out there every day. We had a team like pickup. It was after practice. So we walked the course and we picked up sticks and picked up little things that people could trip over, hurt themselves over. And they've been working really hard. But like you said, the past about 13 years, we haven't had a true good cross country meet because we used to have an awesome program and running, and we used to be all the way up there in the state. But it'll be a really special experience because our course is going to be very unique. It's going to be mostly in the woods. It'll go all the way around the campus. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So Casey, I hear you talk about, running through the woods, crossing bridges, the team's out picking up sticks. For me personally, if I go out to walk or run, I'm normally on blacktop. I'm on some type of pavement. Yeah, I may have some hills to go up or down. But how does that kind of compare running cross country where it's just not on a flat surface all the time?
Road races are a completely different ball game. I run road races during the summer compared to, you know, during school I run on the track or I run on the course. So, for road races, I wear flats and that's just where your shoes flat and on the ground, has a lot more propulsion and stuff like that for your legs. But I think road races are so much easier. You get faster times easier, you get less outdoorsy. And some of my races in cross country, you know, 8th grade year, we went to Gatorland and we were about knee deep in water and we were just trucking through it the whole time because there was no lightning or nothing. So we just had to run through it and it was pretty awesome. But other than that, it's a completely different ball game. Way faster on roads compared to cross country courses.
Right.
I remember Casey when I was in high school. Our track coach, Coach Howard, he used to make us run the cross country course a couple of times a year for conditioning. And hats off to you guys for what you do on a daily basis because that's something that you have to love. There's no way, shape, form, or fashion that I would ever get up out of bed and say, "Hey, I'm going to go run the cross country course today." It was not fun. Almost made me hate track. But in the end, after it's all over with, I did see the benefit of how it helped me as a runner. My endurance and muscles that I didn't really know that were there that would be sore after running the hills and bridges and holes and stuff that you're stepping in. So I'm really looking forward to what you guys can do this year under Coach Head's leadership. And what he's done to our course. And, I know he's got two possibly 3, and even a regional meet, trying to get that schedule for you guys. So campus should be booming, kind of be like the old days where there's a lot of teams and buses and fans there watching the race. So I'm really looking forward to it. Casey, what's some of your goals and maybe, your team goals for this year? I'm sure you guys kind of had that mindset. Of course, going after a region's probably one of those, but adding some new runners like a Jack Blanton and a Cole Christmas. What's some of yours as an individual?
Well, of course, I wanted to make it to state. I've always wanted to make it to state. I got real close last year. I was like 2 or 3 spots off. Really made me mad. But that's just more motivation for this year to go out and kick butt. Um, I kind of mentioned this previously. I want at least like a 17:30, but of course that's with proper training. I have to take care of myself. I'm focusing more this year on resting compared to working my butt off all day, every day, like how I have been. On the seventh day, God rested, and you got to take that into account. So I'm taking at least one day off every week for rest, recovery. I got to warm up, stretch, cool down, just real easy, get my muscles a little bit of blood pumping through them, and just, you know, trying to take it easy at least one day a week and take care of myself, take my vitamins, get my protein in, get all my carbs up, do everything I can to take more care of myself compared to other years.
Yeah, Casey, there's one question that I'm interested in hearing your answer to, because as a coach, we often talk about the physical abilities of an athlete, but I think we've kind of touched on this already, the mental aspect. So, as a runner, you're approaching the starting line for a big race. What's kind of going through your mind as you get ready to begin the race?
Usually on the ride up to the race, I'm listening to some music, trying to get myself, pumped up for this race. But I'm really nervous, all in all. I'm always going up to the line thinking, I really got to run this race good. If I don't, I'll embarrass myself. I've had races where I've went from 22 minutes to 19 minutes, anywhere in there. And, I'm real disappointed after the slow races, but I'm always real nervous, but I'm trying to leave that behind and on the line this year. And as I approach the line, the whistle goes off and all my nerves shoot straight to my stomach. And I'm like, man, I really got to poop. And even if I go before that, it's just, and then the gun goes off and I try to leave it all at the line. I just try to run my heart out, run my best race that I can. Because at the end of the day, you can't really change your time.
Well, one thing's for sure, I know I run my fastest when I've got to poop also. So I don't know if I've ever run so fast.
Goodness. Oh, Casey, we're going to end it with some fun here. Me and Coach Frick's got about 4 questions for you. Give us a one word or short response, not think a lot about, just rapid fire here. What's your favorite pre-run snack or meal?
Peanut butter Cliff Bar.
All right. What song is always on the playlist but the day before you run, or the day that you run?
God Is by Kanye or Running Out of Time by Tyler Creator.
Okay.
Casey, what's the funniest or weirdest thing you've ever seen in a race?
Oh geez. So we went to
Doesn't involve the
Gatorland.
word poop.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of those stories, but I'm skip them. At Gatorland, one of my teammates, he had lost a shoe. Wyatt Lawson, he had lost a shoe, and then he picked it up and he was running with it like he was running with a football. And then I just saw him, he threw it at his mom or his dad, and I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
Last one. What's your favorite course or meet to compete at?
I've been talking about it, hyping it up this whole time. Gatorland, of course. It's just, you never know what's going to happen. It always rains, running knee deep in water. It's awesome.
Gotcha. Well, Casey, I appreciate your time. Coach Head has texted in and said he's having some technical difficulties. So I appreciate your time answering our questions. And looking forward to keeping up with you guys and following you guys this fall, and I'm kind of excited for what's to come. So good luck this year, and hopefully we'll hear from you later part of the season on our podcast again.
All right, thank you.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
Davis, Coach Will, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, sir. Davis, you there?
Yes, sir. You got me?
Yes, sir. I think Karson Rodgers was going to be on the show with us. I think he's having some technical difficulties as well. But me and Coach Frick wanted to bring you guys on here. We've already had the pleasure of talking to Coach McKenzie on our first episode. And, now that golf actually starts up today, we're kind of looking forward to, what's changed over the last month, Coach, and what are you seeing on the courts from these guys? And, Davis, we're going to ask you a little bit of questions about what's going on as well. So, Coach, we'll start with you. How's practice been going for you guys, and what are you kind of looking forward most to about tomorrow?
Yeah, so we started with just having a couple qualifiers to try to see who our top 5, top 6 is going to be that we're taking to the South Warren tournament. So I hadn't really done a lot of practice-specific things, but other than just getting the guys out on the course. So, battling the conditions like the cross-country guys were talking about, it was hot. So tried to get them, let the guys ride a couple of those days just so that way they weren't out battling the heat even more. So, we had a couple good days, had a couple days we struggled, but overall, I think we're on the right path, and I'm excited for a good showing at Park Mammoth.
Yeah, Coach, you talk about the weather a little bit, and, we just had the Open Championship this past weekend I watched on TV, and that was over in Ireland, and it seemed like I watched for about an hour, and you would see sunshine, then you would see clouds and rain, and then everybody, it's brutally hot here, and everybody over there is in jackets and sweatshirts. And how much does the weather affect the golf ball or just your overall approach that day?
Yeah, so I mean, it can change in an instant, and having to battle that for because you're out there playing for 4.5 or 5 hours and then walking in it. So any little weather change is going to affect you. So it takes a toll more mentally than anything, and that's the big thing with golf, is just being able to stay the course and keep battling through it. But you get any wind or any wind gust after you hit a shot, and it can take the spin on the ball, and it can make it go who knows what direction, or if it's in your face or downwind, there's no telling what it can do. And you can try to guess at it all you can, but there's times where it's just like, I hit it exactly how I thought I was going to, and it just didn't, wind took it off places. And then if you get days where it's been raining or where we've had a lot of rain leading up to it, then you have to deal with mud on the golf ball and ball not rolling as far. So it can be all sorts of different variances and different things that can happen throughout the day or leading up to it that can change, because you've got a little golf ball that's got a bunch of dimples on it. So you get anything that messes those up, gets one little scuff on it or dirt or something, there's no telling what's going to happen.
Yeah. Karson, you got us, bud?
I'm here after.
All right. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, glad it worked out. You didn't miss much, but I want to start with asking you and Davis a question. Davis, you specifically, because I know you played football at a young age. But what age did you begin playing golf or getting interested in the game of golf?
Well, I've always lived on a golf course or near a golf course. So pretty much my whole life I've kind of gone over there and messed around. But it was 8th grade year that I went up there and actually started taking it serious. And after that, I determined that that's what I wanted to do in high school. So started playing on the golf team, and it's gone good ever since.
Hey,
Gotcha.
Karson, Coach Frick here. Hey, man, I was out on the driving range the other day, and I know you rolled up and you were hitting some balls. So, I mean, what does a week look like for you outside of practice? What are you doing to work on your game and get prepared for the season?
Mainly you can ask Davis, Riley, and Zach. We go out and play almost like every day we can. Just playing as often as can. After practice or after work. Also just hitting the range, like you said, seeing you. Like today, went out, played 9 holes, and shooted some videos. My swing, just making sure it's dialed in. Swing pass, stuff like that. Just getting any kind of practice in that's possible.
Yeah. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate my golf game based on what you saw?
I'm probably gonna have to go 10 out of 10.
Oh,
there it is.
That's the right answer. That's right.
Yep.
what I thought.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I was feeling pretty good that day, Coach.
Hey guys, so this is for all 3 of you. Coach, I want to start with you. I know we talked a little bit back in June about how excited you were and what the things would come. Now that you've kind of got a little bit under your belt and getting going, has anything surprised you so far? Whether it be a player, whether it be something that you didn't realize took the reins of being a head coach. What has surprised you?
Well, I was surprised with the overall amount of interest that we had because I wasn't expecting to get this many kids, but I'm up to 17 kids now.
Oh, wow.
So that's really good. I do have a female that's going to be a freshman this year, so I'm excited to work with her and a lot of kids that are interested that have never I think I've got 4 or 5 kids that have never actually been on the golf course before. That are just interested, been hitting around their house or whatever and decided to come out and try out. And with having 5 seniors this year, we felt like it made sense to keep everybody so that way we can really work with these kids and try to get them ready for next year and beyond. So I was very pleasantly surprised with the amount of interest that we had. And I think that the future's bright, but as far as right now goes, I'm excited for this group we have. Our top 5 at Park Mammoth is going to be Davis as a junior, and then the other 4 are going to be seniors. And then Cooper Burchett's going to be a sophomore that he's going as an individual as our 6th man. So a lot of experience on the team with these guys that we've got going. So looking forward to that. But it's pleasantly surprised with the amount of interest in the golf team.
Good deal. Davis, I know golf runs in the last name of Switzer. I taught your dad everything he knows, but so hey, you and Dad get out on the links, man. Who's better?
Well, it's getting close, that's for sure. He's still got me about 1 or 2 shots, but we're getting there.
Okay. And Karson, I've seen your dad play golf, and I know you're way better than your dad. So I'm not even going to ask that question for you.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to beat him. Used to not be, but it's not even a show now.
But he's a great supporter, though, right?
Oh yeah, great supporter. Love him to death.
I got you, guys. For you guys, what I know you play a bunch of different courses around our area and our region. What's your favorite course to play? Of course, besides Rolling Hills.
Honestly, the course we're playing tomorrow, Park Mammoth, up in Park City, is probably my favorite. The grass is perfect, views are good. It's just probably the nicest we play, honestly. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go the same route as Davis here. A little bit biased. Hit a hole-in-one over there like 2 years ago. So
there it is. Yeah, I like that.
Like you said, though, it's just a beautiful course. The layout of it's awesome. The grass. I mean, the greens. It's just all perfect. It's just perfect.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Coach Will. I don't know. We're probably roughly about the same age. I'm not sure how old you are. I'm like 25, but
It's all how you feel, right?
That's true. How excited are you for Happy Gilmore 2 coming out here this week?
Oh man, it's bringing back so many memories of the first one. I keep telling myself I need to go back and rewatch the first one just to try to get ready for the second one. But even all the trailers that I've seen of everything and all the different personalities they're having in it, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it lives up to it, because there's a lot of movies that the second movie doesn't live up to the hype of the first one. It kind of brings it down a little bit. So I'm really hoping that it ends up being just as good as that first one.
Anything Adam Sandler has to top the first one, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Coach Will, another question for you. If you could play any course in the world, what would that course be?
Oh, St. Andrews, home of golf.
All right, St. Andrews.
Yeah.
That way you could hit it up in the wind and it could go a long way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you never know how far the ball's going to roll on that course. So might have a new personal best in the drive out there.
Yeah.
There you go.
I hear you.
Hey, Davis and Karson, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of golf on TV. I normally start watching golf, but I end up falling asleep, especially on Sunday afternoons. For me growing up, it was always Tiger. Tiger was in his prime when I really got interested in golf and watching golf, and there was nothing like watching Tiger Woods. But I just wonder, who's your favorite golfer to watch on TV, not named Scotty Scheffler?
I'm going to have to go with Rory. I like Rory's swing is probably one of my favorites, and just the power he has for being as small as he is. He's always been an underdog because he's only like 5'9". But power he gets behind the golf ball is unreal for his size. So
All right. I like that. Karson, what about you?
I'm probably going to have to go a little bit different route on Justin Thomas. He's always kind of been the underdog in all these tournaments. I think like 2 years ago he almost like chipped in to make like the FedEx Cup tournament or something. Like he's always been an underdog, and he's from Kentucky like us. It's just kind of like inspirational to watch him, just like fight to be an underdog to like win these tournaments, stuff like that.
Yeah. Gotcha. What about you, Coach Will?
Justin Thomas is one of my favorites as well, just because, fun fact about him, he and I actually graduated high school the same year. So we were in the state tournament in Bowling Green at the same time. We didn't play together, but in the state tournament at the same time. So that was a pretty cool tidbit there. But, I've always been a fan of some of the smaller guys, like Ricky Fowler. He's had some success, but also struggled at times. So it's fun to watch him.
Where's some nice gear?
Yeah, he really stands out. So that's probably half of my wardrobe too, is stuff that stands out. So, but yeah, any guys like that, him, and seeing the fun that they have and speed, that's the kind of people that I'd like to hang around. So, watching those guys is always pretty fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know if you've got a whole lot of experience with this, but technology is constantly changing, and we're always looking for ways to improve. I know back in the spring, they kind of had that indoor golf simulator league. I think there's some different things that you can even buy now, golf simulators. So, what experience do you have with those? Are those accurate? Is it something worthwhile to help you train for the real course?
Yeah, I think there are some things that are definitely beneficial to it. I mean, you're seeing a lot of stuff pop up now where you can go hit in these indoor simulators. I think there's one in Bowling Green called Swing City that they have 6 different bays that you can go play in. For the most part, they seem like they're relatively accurate. I think, some of them may be a little inflated, especially if you go to like the golf stores and try to buy new clubs or anything. They probably pump your numbers up by 10 or 15 yards. But for the most part, they're good. I mean, especially when you get in competitive wise, like you want to see your numbers of what you're hitting, like see spin rate and your launch angle and all that, smash factor, all that kind of stuff. So having something that'll give you all that information is really good. So at least buying one that you may not be able to see the flight of, but getting one of the launch monitors or simulators where you can at least see your numbers is always good, especially if you want to take this game seriously and try to be competitive with it.
Gotcha. Davis, Karson, gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna put you on the spot. Which one of you short game's the best?
Oh,
His for sure. Parson.
His for
Parson.
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, like I've been told, like other people, and I also feel like they've all said that like I have one of the best putting strokes. I feel like I'm like a really good putter, but like obviously we're gonna go with Davis on the wedges. Davis wedges are insane. Like
his dads are pretty insane too.
So.
His granddaddy's was really, really good too. I got to play with his granddaddy.
He had the best of all of us.
We'll say it's where he gets it from, probably.
Yeah. I got to play with his dad and his grandfather in a couple of scrambles back in the day, and they're both really, really good. So who's longer off the tee?
Davis.
Davis?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Who's gonna shoot lower tomorrow?
I hope Karson. But
I mean, we played there in the summer tournament. I think I shot 74. You shot 75. So if it pans out like we should and we play really good, it'll be tight. So
Okay.
I guess anybody.
So here's the ultimate question: 2-man scramble, Coach Frick and Davis Switzer versus Coach Adler and Karson Rodgers. Who wins?
me and Coach Flick are taking that one. I've seen it swing a few times.
I think me and Todd got that one in the bag. Easy money.
Man, yeah, for sure.
Coach
I
Flick's
think
in the
me
80s
and
now.
Coach Todd got that one easy.
Yeah.
We may have to set this up.
Yep.
I think we could make this happen, get some video footage that we can share. I think we could definitely – we may want to wait till after the golf season so we don't mess these guys up. But I think must-see TV.
For sure.
I guarantee you we're better than Charles Barkley.
Hey, I'll ride around and commentate. How about that?
Oh, yeah, that'd be money.
Yeah.
So Davis and Karson, real quick, I know both of you guys are looking forward to a great season. You know, what are some of your goals? You know, maybe one individual goal and then hopefully a team goal as well.
Well, I hope by the end of the season at regional tournament, hopefully qualify for state. But for like a more current goal, I just hope to have a scoring average of below 75 in tournaments this year. That's a goal I've kind of had in my head for a while now, and hopefully I can achieve that.
Gotcha. Karson?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with what Davis said on the team goal. Obviously, me and Davis have been on the team for a couple of years, and that's been our main goal is to either individually push for a regional state qualification or even a team. Like bigger schools like Bowling Green and Greenwood, they're not as good as they usually are, and we have a pretty decent team. We have a decent shot at doing it. And I feel like a individual goal is for me is just to have like a average score under 76 this year. So.
Yeah, I know I'm excited to watch you guys play. I mean, I've had the opportunity the last couple of years watch you guys at region and just kind of watch your progression. And I know it's kind of been building to this point. Karson, your senior year, Davis, your junior year. I know the expectations are probably high, and I know you're excited to get the season kicked off. And Coach Will, I know you're ready to get things going. And, you and I went and played at Top Golf, and we played Angry Birds. Who wins, and why is the answer me?
Oh, well, I'd probably have to let you win just to make it, seem better, right? So I couldn't be taking all the credit for that, but, might be trying some different shots that I normally don't hit. But.
I got you. I just tried to knock it over the net.
Right, exactly. Just hit it as far as you possibly can, right?
That's right.
Well, Coach Davis, Karson, good luck to you guys this season. We'll be cheering you on and be out there to see you play as much as we possibly can. And again, like Coach Frick mentioned, I mean, I really enjoyed coming to region last year and kind of walking around and spreading out and seeing all of our guys play. But you guys go out there and start strong and finish even stronger, and we'll keep up with you throughout the season, and hopefully we can bring you back on the podcast later in the year, and you tell us about your experience going to state and stuff like that. So good luck this year, guys, and appreciate you being on tonight.
Sir, thank you.
Thanks,
Hey,
sir.
one other thing for y'all too, if you're listening to this, after it comes out in the morning, and we've already teed off. There'll be a live scoring link that I'll post on our golf page on the LC Athletics app. So be sure and check that out and follow along with the guys. There'll be live scoring updated every hole.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Coach.
From the field to the finish line. From the dugout to the court, we've got it all. This is the Logan County Athletics Podcast, your weekly pass to everything Logan County sports. Listen on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you stream. New episodes every week. Logan County Athletics. If you're not listening, you're missing the action.
All right, Coach. Another one in the books, man. And we had our go rounds with this one with some technical difficulties, and our job in this is kind of to fill everybody in on Logan County Athletics, the goods and the bads. So here they are. But we heard some great stuff about our cross country program and our golf program, and I'm really, really looking forward to both of those programs having new coaches. Both those programs being coached by an alumni that kind of went through that program and done it. And, I think the sky's the limit for them, and I can't wait to see them start competing for sure.
Yeah, I think what has stood out the most to me in these 3 episodes is how well-spoken our athletes are. You're talking about kids that are still in high school, and they speak so well, and they're able to tell us the things that is going on in their programs, and I think I've been most impressed by that, and our coaches have done a great job. And like you said, I think you're talking about 2 programs that are going to show a lot of growth this season. And I know you and we always have that goal of getting our alumni back and involved in our programs and in our school. So I think that's huge for those 2 programs going forward. And I think the sky's the limit for both. You got 2 coaches that are hungry to make their programs better and give the kids the opportunities. You talked about the cross-country course and all the work that's going on there. I know Coach Will's been out with the golf team and really working. So, yeah, I'm ready for those seasons to start and catch them in action and watch their growth throughout the season.
No doubt. And, me and you had this conversation off of this podcast that, it's different coaching here at Logan County. And if you got that investment and you're in our county and invested in our county, the remarkable turnaround or build that you can have. And those are 2 guys that have lived it, done it, and now they're trying to give back. And they're doing, just 2 or 3 months on the job, they're doing an incredible job already. So looking real forward to seeing their progress and how they grow throughout this year for sure. Coach, other than golf, we got some middle school volleyball that's cranking up this weekend, scrimmaging. We're still a couple of weeks away from kind of full-blown contest, but people are kind of gearing up towards that scrimmaging type setting, and campus continues to be getting worked on as we get closer and closer to school, and hopefully that's cleaned up. I know team pictures have been taking place. They started Friday, and they'll be going on all week this week, and just different things going on to kind of lead us up to fall sports. But tell us some things that we can look forward to over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, for me personally, I don't know if I've ever really talked to you about this, but I'm a big baseball fan, and I think probably baseball is the one professional sport I keep up with the most, even more than basketball. I'm a big Chicago Cubs fan. My Cubs right now have the best record in the major leagues. Just throwing that out there. And so, when your team is good, you get really excited. So you had the All-Star game this past week, and that ended, in exciting fashion. And so I'm looking forward to kind of cheering on my Cubbies here these last couple months of the season. And on the basketball side of things, we're doing some workouts. I know our middle school and high school both have some kids coming in and getting some work done. But and something we haven't mentioned, but Mr. Dobbs, our assistant principal, he and I are going to take a group actually to Graves County and do a little student section training, trying to improve our school culture and the environment at our sporting events. So I'm excited about going to that and learning and getting our kids involved, not only on the field or on the court, but also in the stands. So I think we got a lot of exciting things going on, and I'm just ready to get some things rolling.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be here before you know it. I think 2.5 weeks before our first day of school. So it's getting closer and closer to time. But again, we'll give you an episode again next week with some different coaches and some different athletes. And you can follow us on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, you name it. And if you guys, again, this is for you and our stakeholders and community members and fans, there's something you want to hear about, send us a message. Leave us a comment. We'll talk to some athletes about it or coaches about it. And, our plans is to get some administrators and some different people around our community, on some future episodes too. So I think the sky's the limit with this thing, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think our kids and our fans are too. So stay tuned in each and every week. Make sure you like and subscribe. It'll let you know when we put a new one out. But Coach, until next time, man, we'll see you then.
See you, Bubba.
All right, bud.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Logan County Athletics Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe.